Morning folks, welcome back to Betty's channel. Doing the do as always. Give us a thumbs up, give us a like, give us a subscribe, drop a comment down below, tell us what you all think, usual nonsense. If you like us, follow us. If you like us, subscribe us. If you like us, drop a comment. Simple really. It's free, just click that button, hit that bell just in case you want to watch out for our new videos. Anyway, again, this video is now sponsored by £10 an hour. Got his t-shirt on, there we go. Sent very kindly to me by Paul. Top bloke. Campervan electrics, solar panel installations, etc, etc. A bit of DIY. So all you DIYers out there that want some work doing in the house, give us a shout, drop a DM, let us know. Anyway, today's episode we're going to be doing a bit of joinery, a bit of woodworking, a bit of carpentry. I'm going to be changing the two, the cupboard door underneath the bed and the cupboard door under the kitchen sink. Let's just have a quick look at what we're playing at. So these two doors here, change these old caravan doors that I did initially like, but now I don't. I'm changing them to the MDF doors that I made for the upper cabinets. I'm also going to be looking at doing something with this arrangement. That's a drawer, utility drawer, utensil drawer, and that's a flap, because I like flaps. So I'm going to be changing that into a piece of MDF, but I'm going to try and match up these edges so that will just follow straight down. Let's see how we get on. I can wear sunglasses indoors. Hey! I also need to change that handle and cable because it's broke. I'm having to open that bottom cable with pliers. So I've got a new handle and cable set. Dead easy to change. I just got to take all that paddling off like you saw in the weekend's video. It's another beautiful day here in the sunny northwest of the UK. It's supposed to be 27 degrees today. I'm going to be sweating like a good one. Got my piece of MDF. So I'm just going to put this old door on. I'm going to measure 2 inches wider so it covers the gap under the bed. But I'm going to keep the same height. So let's measure around that now, cut it out, round off the edges, put some hinges on, screw it back on. Right, that's that door cut, so I'm just going to sand around the edges and smooth them down a bit. I might use these same hinges again, I don't know yet. I think I've got some others lying around, but I'll have a look. All smoothed down, ready to measure up and get the hinges on, and the little magnetic strip. Just brought that batten out that way a bit because the door's a bit wider, and I wish now that I'd cut it a little bit higher. So I'm just going to have to set it so it just goes to below that batten there, and that should fit quite nicely with the hinges. And then I'll just cut another piece of cladding to go down there and finish it off. But I'm going to take that piece of ply out. I don't know why I put it in there for some reason. It must have been for a spacer for that. And I might end up just cutting a bit. I'll cut a piece off it, put it back in, and then the piece of cladding which I've taken off should, in theory, go into that groove there. But we'll see. Put the hinges on. I've only put one screw in each. The gap down there isn't too bad. Obviously there's still a gap underneath, but I'm not really too bothered about that because you can't see it. And that is fairly straight up the batten. The only thing that I'll need to do is to cut out some notches of the cladding just to make way for them hinge bars. And as it opens, it might not even touch the cladding, and if it does I can always chamfer the cladding down a bit. So I'm going to get the other screw in, the other 2 screws, and sort the magnet out, and hopefully I don't need to move that. Let's crack on. That's the magnet strip on. Can we hear it clunch? Yep. Quite strong magnets, that's good. Don't need 2 on. That's better. It looks a bit better as well than that old caravan door. I still like them though. So, let's cover that gap up with a piece of cladding. And to do that, we have to take that out, or at least take it out and cut that bit off, because that's obviously a spacer for that, which means I'm going to take the door off again, but I might just take that top screw out and that bottom screw out of this batten so I can gain access to it. Let's do that. But yeah, I like that door now. Just same as the upper doors really, just looks so much better. A bit more modern. Well, that looks a lot better. To cap around the hinges now, but not in what it was before. Yeah, I like that. I mean, the door's only used to get like through into the garage for anything that we need, so it doesn't get used that often. A lot of people have the fridges there, but it's still an option in a future build, I suppose. And we just use it for putting dirty washing in. Dirty panties. And to move on to this one. Now if I make it the same size in MDF, I'm going to put on one of these hinges, because these are like a kitchen door hinges that are recessed into the door, but I don't want to start doing that. So I might have to look at a way of altering them. Not altering them, because that's in Cheshire. You see what I did then? Altering. Anyway, right, so let's do that then. Take the door off, see if make sure we've got enough MDF for it first. Well, it fits in the hole. What I'll do, get some hinges on it. Let's see how we get on. That's it, under the sink cupboard door fitted. Don't fit too badly. I've had to go for a different style of hinge I've never used before. These are called flush hinge cranked 50mm brass plated hinges, and it basically has a little step in it that comes out, because this door isn't flush with the cladding, so I needed something that sticks out a bit. Well, yeah, they look alright. I don't really want hinges on the outside, but can't avoid it. So it opens and it shuts, so I've just got to put the magnet on, a little magnet strip, and that's another door done. Turn my attention to them two big bad boys. But yeah, it does make the Betty look a bit more modern, like the upper cupboards. And that's that one done, apart from the handle. The magnet now sorted. Listen to this. Yay! It's strong enough now to keep it in when we're travelling. That's the flat cover on. I'll put the magnets on and tackle the drawer front. That's the flap sorted. Magnets are on. I've ordered some handles, well, two types of different handles off Amazon, all the cheap ones, because I want to be able to screw the handles from the outside rather than through the thing, in case I drill them in the wrong place. So I'll see what happens when they come tomorrow, and I'll do a little short to see what all the handles look like. Now to tackle the drawer front. This may go horribly wrong, or it may work, I don't know. It all depends if I can get them little doofers out of there, because I've got to screw them onto the new piece. I'll try and get these little tabs out of here, and then that piece that's left on the drawer front unscrews, and that can get screwed to the new piece when I cut it. As you can see, I have loosened them off by using a little electrical screwdriver, and then just tapping them with a hammer. See if I can take it off while it's on film. There we go. That's off. Let's do the other side. That's them both off using the old screwdriver and hammer technique, and if it's a bit loose when it goes back on, I can always put a screw through these blocks. That's how the draw front looks and the against the flap. Looks a lot better, a bit more modern-er, I keep saying. All I've got to do now is, on here, got to measure where that goes and where them go, to use the old draw front. So I'm just going to measure the distance of the screw holes from the edge, put one in, put this in, and then do the other one, and it all, fingers crossed, should match up. I've never done this before, so all I've done is I've measured the distance from that edge to that screw hole and that edge to that screw hole, and they look like they're in line that way. And I measure the distance between that darker edge there and that clean edge, because that's where this sat on there, and it's the same distance from the edge of the MDF to the back of there. So that looks like it might be in the right place. Let's do the other one. I've just loosely put the draw front on, and remember, this is not a how to do video, this is how I do. And that edge is just a little bit further forward that way. And it's away from that edge there, because it should be flush with that. So if I just do a couple of minor adjustments on the plastic brackets on the inside of the draw front, that might do it. So I'm going to have to bring that one in that way and that one out a bit. And I should then centre the draw front to follow that line. It's a bit anal, but I'm trying to do it right. Better at this side, not so bad at that side. That side I'm not really bothered about, it was just the aesthetics, do you like that word? On this side. I mean, at the end of the day, when you're opening a drawer, you stood up, aren't you? So, and it looks like there's a big enough gap between them two for the flap to open, the drawer to open with not catching. So let's pop it in, I'll come back to you, and that's it, in and done. Open, shuts. Like I said, considering I've never ever done this before, I've built drawers before, but I've never sort of like altered caravan drawers that already exist by putting a new front on. So I don't think I've done too bad. Pleased at that. So there's no interference in there's a slightly bigger gap there than there is there, but again, not an issue, because it opens and shuts, opens and shuts. I'm not the greatest joiner in the world, not the worst. So that's the efforts today. New fronts on the drawer, flaps, I like that word, under the sink storage cupboard and the garage door. Proper pleased with myself, proper chuffed, love a bit of woodwork. Doing it all in my Crocs, you know. Oh yeah, Crocs maketh the man. I'm a style guru, trendsetter me. So that's probably going to be it for this video, so I'm going to stop the camera, have a brew, come back and say ta-ra. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching this episode of Betty's Van Bill. Please give us a thumbs up, give us a like, give us a subscribe to the comment down below. I'm hopefully getting the handles in tomorrow, so I might just do a short on that rather than a full video because it's just a few handles. Next video will be more upright stairs on the upper cabinets and hopefully a bit of painting, but we'll see. So thanks for watching. Thanks to Paul from 10 Bernardo for sponsoring this video. T-shirts and tools. Oh yeah, just one other thing. Got some funky seat covers. Flower power, man. Flower power. Betty's the girl. So, I'll say to you, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Keep doing what you do.